Have you ever felt like you're walking on eggshells in your relationship? Like no matter what you do, it's never quite right? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of toxic relationships, what they are, why they happen, and most importantly, how to break free from them. I'm going to share some eye-opening insights that might just change the way you view relationships forever. The mask of love. Picture this. Sarah thought she'd found her soulmate. The first few months were magical. Constant attention, lavish gifts, and promises of forever. But slowly, something started to feel off. What she didn't realize was that she was experiencing something psychologists call love bombing, an intense manipulation tactic that's often the first sign of a toxic relationship. Let's talk about why toxic relationships are like quicksand. The more you struggle without the right knowledge, the deeper you sink. But here's the thing. Understanding is your rope to freedom. The warning signs, you can't ignore one. The subtle control, remember how Sarah's partner would just happen to call whenever she was out with friends? That's not coincidence. That's control. Toxic partners often disguise their controlling behavior as care and concern. They might say things like, "I'm just worried about you. If you really loved me, you wouldn't. I know what's best for us." 2. The emotional roller coaster. One day you're on top of the world, the next you're questioning your sanity. This psychological phenomenon, known as intermittent reinforcement, creates a powerful emotional addiction. It's why casino gambling is so addictive, and it's exactly what keeps people trapped in toxic relationships. 3. The isolation web. Like a spider slowly spinning its web, toxic partners isolate their victims one thread at a time. First, they question your friend's loyalty. Then, they create conflicts with your family. Finally, they position themselves as your only trusted confidant. The hidden damage. What makes toxic relationships so dangerous is the invisible damage they cause. Let's explore what's really happening to your brain. The stress of constant emotional abuse triggers your body's fight-or-flight response. Your brain releases cortisol, the stress hormone, in dangerous amounts. Over time, this can lead to weakened immune system, memory problems, anxiety and depression, physical health issues. But here's what's fascinating. Your brain actually becomes addicted to the toxic cycle. The rare moments of joy become more powerful because they're so scarce. It's like being in a desert. Even a drop of water feels like an oasis. The manipulation playbook, toxic partners don't come with warning labels. Instead, they use sophisticated psychological tactics that have evolved over centuries. Let's decode their playbook. 1. Gaslighting. The mind-bending reality twist. That never happened. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things. Sound familiar? Gaslighting is like someone changing all the street signs in your neighborhood and then telling you you're the one who's lost. 2. Trauma bonding. The invisible chains. Think of Stockholm Syndrome, where hostages develop positive feelings toward their captors. The same psychological mechanism works in toxic relationships. The cycle of abuse followed by makeup periods creates a powerful emotional bond that's incredibly hard to break. 3. The victim card. The ultimate deflection. When confronted, toxic partners often flip the script. "Look what you made me do. I only act this way because you... if you really understood me." Breaking free. The path to recovery now for the most important part. How to break free. The journey to freedom starts with awareness, but it doesn't end there. Here's your roadmap. 1. Recognition and acceptance. The first step is often the hardest. Accepting that you're in a toxic relationship. It's like waking up from a dream you thought was reality. 2. Building your support system. Remember those friends and family members you were isolated from? It's time to rebuild those bridges. You'll need them for what comes next. 3. The exit strategy. Breaking free isn't just about walking away. It requires careful planning. Secure your important documents. Build an emergency fund. Create a safety plan. Establish a support network. Healing and growth, the journey doesn't end when you leave. In fact, that's when the real work begins. Here's what recovery looks like. 1. Understanding your patterns. Why were you attracted to this relationship? What red flags did you miss? How can you strengthen your boundaries? 2. Rebuilding self-trust. After a toxic relationship, trusting yourself again is crucial. Start small. Make minor decisions and stick to them. Practice setting boundaries in safe relationships. Celebrate small victories. 3. Creating a new normal. Your life after a toxic relationship isn't about getting back to normal. It's about creating a better normal. Establish healthy routines. Develop new interests and hobbies. Learn to enjoy your own company. The science of recovery. Your brain needs time to reset after a toxic relationship. Research shows it takes about 66 days to form new habits. This means the first 2 months are crucial. New neural pathways need to be formed. Old triggers need to be rewired. Think of it like rehabilitation after an injury. It takes time, patience, and consistent effort. Building healthy relationships. Once you've healed, you'll be ready to recognize and create healthy relationships. Here's what to look for. Mutual respect and boundaries. Open, honest communication. Support for individual growth. Healthy conflict resolution. Remember, recognizing a toxic relationship is not a failure. It's the first step toward freedom. Your story doesn't end with toxicity. It's just the beginning of your journey toward healthy, fulfilling relationships. If you're watching this and recognizing these patterns in your own relationship, know that you're not alone. There is help available, and you deserve better. Take that first step today. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights into relationships and personal growth. Share this video with someone who might need to hear this message. Remember, sometimes the most caring thing you can do is share knowledge that might help someone break free from a toxic situation. Remember to drop a comment below sharing your thoughts or experiences. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Stay strong, stay aware, and most importantly, stay true to yourself.